Hello children. Today we will understand about subject and verb agreement. So what is a subject and verb agreement? Subject and verb agreement states that the verb must agree with the subject in a sentence. For example, Ram is sleeping and they are sleeping. So here my subject Ram is singular, that is why I have used a singular verb. And here the subject they is plural, that is why I have used a plural verb. Dog barks at strangers and dogs bark at strangers. In this example again, dog is singular, I have used a singular verb, and here dogs are plural, that is why I have used a plural verb. So it means that if the subject is singular, the verb is also singular. So here the subjects that are given over here, they are singular, and here the verbs that are given, they are also singular. So where, for example, John, because John is singular, we will use a singular verb is speaks. Mother is singular, we will use a singular verb wakes. Table, with table we will use a singular verb that is. And if the subject is plural, then in that case the verb will also be plural. For example, if you have a plural subject people, then you have to use a plural verb speak. If the verb is subject is plural mothers, then you will use a plural verb that is wake. This is the basic rule of subject and verb agreement. Now, what's the other rule? If the subjects are joined by and the verb will be and, then the verb will be plural. So here my subjects are Ram and Shyam, and these two are joined with the word and. So here, because I'm talking about two different people, that is why I'm using the verb are. Similarly, my friend and his father are in Mumbai. So here my subjects are my friend and father. Both are joined with the word and because they talk about two different people, that is why I'm using a plural verb that is are. Now we have an exception to this rule which says that if two nouns are connected by and but are meant for one person or for one idea, then the verb becomes singular. For example, time and tide waits for none. So here, though time and tide are connected with the word and, but because they are talking about the same idea, that is why I'm using a singular verb waits. My father, philosopher, and guide advises me to be honest in my deeds. So here, philosopher and guide is used for the same subject that is father. That is why I have used a singular verb over here. Bread and butter is my daily breakfast. So, bread, butter, they are joined by but because they are talking about a single idea, single unit, that is why I have used a singular verb that is. The other rules to this says that if the subjects are joined by or nor, the verb will be as per the second subject. Neither the plate nor the serving bowls go on that shelf. So here subjects are plate and serving bowls. So because my second subject bowls are plural, that is why we have used a plural verb go. And similarly, in this sentence, either blue or green looks pleasing on a poster. Blue and green are subject, they are joined by or, but because my second subject green is singular, I have used a singular verb that is looks. With a collective noun, use either a singular or a plural verb, depending on whether you want to emphasize the single group or its individual members. So, if you want to emphasize upon a single group, then you will make use of singular verb with collective noun. But when you are emphasizing upon its individual members, then you will use plural verb. For example, the flute ensemble are tuning their instruments, and the flute ensemble is playing at the concert. So, in these two sentences, we are talking about the same group, but in the first sentence, I have used a plural verb are. Why? Because it is not necessary that each and every member is tuning the instrument at the same time. Some might be still tuning, or some might have completed tuning the instrument. But in the second sentence, I have used is because when they are playing at the concert, it means everyone is playing together, right? So all of them are playing together. That is why I have used a singular verb is. Some nouns are regularly plural in form, but singular in meaning. They use singular verbs. For example, physics, economics, athletics, news, measles, etc. The news looks good today. Here, news is a noun or a subject which ends with S, but it does not mean that it is a plural subject. That is why we have used a singular verb with it. Generally, measles last about 2 weeks. Measles again is a noun which is ending with S, but it does not say that it is a plural subject. That is why we have used a singular verb with this, because this is ending with S, but it is used or it works as a singular noun. With the words like one, any, either, singular verb is used. For example, is any of them new? Here, the use of any says that you are talking about only one. You are not talking about all. So, when you are talking about one, you use a singular verb. That is. Either of them is acceptable. Either means out of two. So, out of two, any one of them is acceptable, right? So, because you are talking about any one, that is why is. One of the reasons was the boy's fear. Here, out of so many reasons, I am talking about only one reason. That is why I have used the singular verb was. With the words like a lot, a few, plural verb is used. For example, a lot of books were very old. Here, a lot means that I am talking about more than one book. That is why I have used a plural verb, were. Similarly, a few of the doors were open. Again, I'm talking about less number of doors, but they are definitely more than one. That is why I have used a plural verb, one. So that's all for today, children, in subject and verb agreement. Thank you.